What's going on YouTube, is GadgetsBoy and welcome to another video. This time we're talking about the new iPad Pro 2018. You let me know in the comments below. The last time I forked out my own money on any tablet devices from Apple was the iPad mini, and since then I've been sent various tablet devices for review and I'm still yet to be fully sold on why we need them in this day and age, where laptops are lighter, more powerful and faster, smartphones are bigger than ever, and we even have foldable phones now, so where do they fit in? The iPad Pro is no doubt a hell of a powerful device. It's super slick. I can't seem to be able to put it down since it arrived. So what's good about it, and is it really as good, as great as Tim Cook said it is? Is it really a personal computer now? Let's talk about the iPad's design first. The new iPad Pro is cleaner looking, minimalist yet premium. Its squareness reminds me of the iPhone 4 and the iPhone 5. Arguably the best looking iPhones ever. The corners have been rounded off and houses an all-screen edge-to-edge liquid retina display that is bright, vibrant, accurate, great in all lighting conditions, and great for watching movies, playing games, just about everything. It has 4 speakers, and even though Apple has made them smaller, they are louder and sound solid, almost like having a pair of surround sound headphones on your head. The new iPad Pro is super light and comfortable to hold in any direction you want, since there's no more home button, and just 5.9mm thick, weighing around a pound, is just perfectly balanced. With no home button, you just need to swipe up, and using Face ID, your device is unlocked. It's super fast, picks up my face even in low light with my dark skin, and works in any direction as well. When covering the sensor, it shows a little pop-up that lets you know that you're covering the sensor, so move your hands or move your finger and you're able to unlock your iPad Pro again. The iPad Pro screen is super responsive. Using ProMotion Tech, you can get a display refresh rate of up to 120Hz when necessary. Furthermore, with the addition of True Tone display, the screen can automatically adapt the display temperature depending on where you are, which is really good for the eyes, so you're not straining. On the front, there's a 7MP true depth camera, which is used for Face ID as well as taking selfies, portrait mode on the front as well now, and emojis. With iOS, you can do group FaceTime with up to 31 people, and what better screen to do that on than on a big iPad. The rear camera is a 12MP shooter with flash, and whilst you can use it for taking pictures out and about if you're brave, where it really does become useful is for AR. For example, you can download an app that allows you to measure up your room for furniture placements in AR, which I think would be great for interior designers. That's just an example though, you might be able to use it for other purposes as well. For processing power, the new iPad Pro is using Apple's latest powerful and mighty 7nm A12X Bionic with Apple's Neural Engine. Couple that with 6 gigs of RAM and a terabyte in this version I've got here, you have a machine that is capable of running full Photoshop, Lightroom, podcast making applications, Keynote for PowerPoint presentations. You can drag and drop. Media player can carry on playing on top of another applications. You can have split screen mode with compatible apps and play processor and graphics intensive games with no lags or hiccups at all. If you really want to push it, you can even load some 4K footage on there or import raw files and net it with no issues. It's truly powerful. The new iPad Pro is not something you take lightly when buying, or shall I say you either go hard or go home. The reason I say this is that the iPad Pro is built to seamlessly connect with other Apple accessories. So to fully make the iPad Pro a workhorse or reap the benefits of its accurate touchscreen, or perhaps replace your laptop with it, you will need Apple Smart Keyboard, which just snaps into place with 2 viewing angles. And it just feels really nice to type on, and you also need a new Apple Pencil, which now has a matte finish for better grip. It's wireless and charges wirelessly using the side of the iPad, which also holds it in place when not in use. And you can double tap it as well when using it to change from pencil to a pen or brushes, for example. The keyboard also protects the iPad, and both the keyboard and the pencil snaps into place perfectly and securely thanks to the 102 magnets perfectly aligned under the iPad Pro's hood. Let's not forget the new USB-C port, which not only charges your iPad but could also reverse charge your iPhone, and it's very much welcomed because now I can carry less cables around with me, and since I use other devices too, I can easily transfer images to my non-Apple USB-C devices too, such as my Note 9. Let's not forget iPad Pro's battery life. If you opt for the 11-inch version, you get slightly smaller battery to the 12.9-inch version. With my usage, so HDR, Netflix movies, including downloading them for trips, emails, web browsing, image editing and social media activities, I don't need to charge it daily, which is incredible. There's also an 18-watt USB-C charger in the box to power it back up if you need to. Or if you want to charge it even faster, you can use one of the new MacBook USB-C chargers. So far, the iPad Pro all sounds great, but where do I see improvements that's needed in the future for me? AI relies on apps to be available to you be able to use it. The display is LCD and not OLED, and with all the power, having an OLED display would just make it even a step better. The accessories like the pencil and the keyboard are quite expensive, but this is not necessarily iPad Pro's issue here. It would just be nice to be able to save some money when spending so much money on the iPad Pro. On the software side, power seems wasted when it comes to multitasking, although you can load apps side by side, some apps, not all apps as well. It could be better at running multiple applications at the same time, perhaps being able to drag and drop different applications as well. It would be really nice. After all, we've got a large display that's optimized for that kind of stuff. Some applications aren't optimized again for large display as well. For example, Instagram looks awful. I would love to see the iPad Pro running Final Cut Pro, as that's my main movie editing application. So at the moment, I still have to carry my MacBook Pro with me for that reason. No USB-C adapter in the box for those who still like to use their 3.5mm headphone. Importing photos into Lightroom is counterproductive due to Apple's file system, so you still first have to import that into your camera roll from your SD card or camera before importing for post-processing in Lightroom. I would also like to see a Mac-like kind of finder, so if I have files stored on my iPad Pro, I'd love to be able to easily find them just searching for them or browsing for them. You can output to 5K in some applications like iMovie, but developers still need to add it to other applications, otherwise you don't really get to reap the benefits of that. Finally, the iPad Pro is pricey, but once you get one though, you don't look back, and I can see it lasting you for a very long time. You may not even have to upgrade over the next iterations of the next iPad Pros if you don't want to. Overall, the iPad Pro is a beautiful machine. It's powerful, a joy to use, but iOS lets it down to some extent. I hope that Apple have now realized that design and hardware isn't their issue, isn't something that they need to improve on really. It's making their software more accessible and versatile so that users can really reap the benefits of its hardware and processing power. Maybe release a pro software for pro users. Anyway guys, do let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe, hit that bell button as well so you'll be one of the first people to know when there's a video on this channel. Thanks for watching guys, catch you in the next one.